Welcome to Worlds Collide, a wrestling card podcast for wrestling fans by wrestling fans, featuring Tony Vella from WrestlingTradingCards.com.
This is like a stock market.
And Zhan Morning from Wrestling with Cards on YouTube. And I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer, I'm just posing the question. Join them as they navigate the world of wrestling cards, helping you build a bigger and better collection and making some money along the way. What's up, wrestling fans? Back again, Worlds Collide, another week, another episode, and we actually had planned to do a different episode. I get a message from Tony during the MJF pipe bomb, if you want to call it that, which then led to arguments on Twitter of people talking about rookie cards, which is my favorite thing to talk about. So we decided that...
As he rolls his eyes at the back of his head.
We decided we're going to do it today, and I think it's very apropos, so to speak, for timing and the types of cards that are being talked about. And yeah, so Tony, I hope you're excited for today because this is kind of your topic.
I just, like I do all the time, man, with you. When something hits me, I send you a text message right away.
The timing on this one was just impeccable.
Like, I think this is a great episode. We should do it. This is your card.
right then, right at this Twitter beef stuff was going on. So
at some point in time, by the way, for this segment that we always do, for this particular type of episode we do, I feel like we need to find like a "This is your life, but this is your card" like music intro.
Yes, we do. We'll work on that. And if anybody's out there, hey, do you guys want to be part of the Worlds Collide podcast? Send us in some custom recorded "This is your life" covers that we can legally use on video and on audio platforms. And hey, we'll give you a shout out. You can be part of the Worlds Collide wrestling card team.
For every episode, your music will play.
Absolutely. All right. So per usual, we're talking about MJF, and we start out with Trading Card Database. Now, this is an interesting one. Most of the time when we talk about these, we're like, 500 cards, that's not very many. 1,000 cards, they've been wrestling for 20 years. That's not very many.
The number we pulled up, though, for this episode still is
inaccurate.
Surprising to me. Surprising to me.
51.
51. That's surprising to me, to be honest with you. That sounds... Is that including all the Upper Deck parallels then?
Yes. That includes every official release. What it is missing is a lot of the indie cards. There's several indie cards that they did not cover anything before the all-in release.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Well, I
think there's some afterwards too that he has been in that they did not include.
Okay.
Which I don't know what that says about indie cards. Like I'm a big believer in them, but
Well, strange because all in sets from 2018, and there are multiple sets from 2018 that contain his card.
Absolutely. And I thought the same thing. I was like, well, this is interesting. They're not even recognizing this, but let's get into it. Okay. My favorite part of this is, what is the rookie card? What is the first card?
Appearance.
The Twitter beef that we both saw, I think at the same time, is what kind of led to this. So
it did. Yeah.
Your topic, I'll let you start.
I'm going to go with the 2018 Limitless. Mainly because that seems to be the card that commands the most money, obviously. And again, but it's not a monetary thing that decides a rookie card. I know that I really wish we had like Armand on, would be able to discuss things with us, because he knows these things a little bit better about like when these things were released, because all these cards that he came out with in 2018, which would be All In and Limitless, and I think what was it, the AAW or something like that?
There's another one there too.
They all kind of came out around in the same year, and they're all within a month, 2 months, 3 months of each other, kind of thing. So officially which one came out first, I mean, it's 2018. I consider that as the 2018 season, so Correct. There's multiple cards that came out that year. I mean, Griffey's got most cards throughout 1989 that
we're going to see it this year with Panini, where Braun Breaker's got a bunch of different rookie cards.
Exactly. So they're going to have a bunch of different ones that come out throughout the year. So in the end, the market will always dictate, as far as value goes, what's going to be the most valuable. Does that necessarily mean it's the rookie card? I don't believe so. I don't really think so. It's just the most valuable card, the most desirable card, the one that's most in demand. I'm going to go for best card, for first card, it's going to be the 2018 Limitless. That's the card for me. That's going to be a rookie card for him. Rumor has it there's probably less than 20 of those, or about around 20 of those that exist.
I've also heard that, and I agree with all your statements. However, I am going with the All In card from the same year, 2018, card number 18. And why I would pick this is I'm going to relate this to the Hogan argument. Is the 82 Wrestling All-Stars Hogan his rookie? No, it's not his first appearance. It's not pack pullables. And if it's none of those things. But when you talk to people and they say, I want that first Hulk Hogan card, so many people in the mainstream gravitate to that 82 All-Stars. I think we're going to see the same thing with All In, only because the All In set is so synonymous with the kickstart of AEW. And so many people associate MJF with basically, being right there and helping to raise AEW into the mainstream and become what it is today. And obviously we've seen what he did recently with that promo. Now that's just my opinion. And I also want to say here, and I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute. There's a lot of people out there that want to argue about that. That's what we picked this topic for. Like me and Tony, well, Tony, I don't want to speak for you. Maybe you have a bone to pick with somebody, but when we do this, I'm not here to say this is the rookie card. It's my opinion. I'm not out here to say I've been around in this wrestling card world for 40 years. I'm the expert. I know everything. No, I don't know everything. It should
be noted by the way, it's not just you. Anybody who ever tries to tell you on any other show, any convention, any dealer, any website, anywhere, anybody who tries to tell you, no, this is the true rookie card.
Social media too. Sorry.
Social media, all of that. It's only their opinion. It's only their opinion. Nobody out there, there is no person in this hobby that's going to go out there and make a full definition of what every single superstar's rookie card is. You can try, but your definition may be different from mine. Mine's going to be different from Zhan's. It doesn't matter. Nobody out there is going to give you the answer. You, as the collector, can decide what it is that you want to go out and buy. You could or collect, and you can deem it yourself. Like, you know what? Even though this one came out, a little earlier, I kind of like this one better. This is my favorite from that year, from that rookie season. If you treat it like seasons, if you trade everything like seasons, there's a lot of gray area there then.
Yeah.
So you can kind of go like, you know what? Maybe I don't like the 2002 Brock Lesnar, Royal Rumble. Maybe I like the other one from Raw versus SmackDown instead.
Right.
Same year.
Yeah. And I also want to throw into talk about monetary perspective and how of course, the Limitless one, 100, I don't think there's anybody that could prove to me that it's not one of the more rare cards of his period across the board. So I agree that that's where the money is. And I'm not necessarily saying that the All In is going to surpass that money wise, but don't let just what Tony said, I want to piggyback on that. Don't let anybody anywhere other than the actual market of sold cards tell you what you should or shouldn't be paying for a card, what a card's worth. Do your own work, go look at sold listings, maybe talk to some people who have bought the card or sold the card. But again, all this arguing out there, people like, oh, that's, that card you just bought, that's not worth that, or this is the one you want. Forget all that.
Yeah. Just you buy what makes you happy, buy what you're comfortable with. Somebody had made a comment about, I think Jamie made a comment about picking up the new, Macho Man one from Revolution that just came out, and he said I probably overpaid for it, but in the end he doesn't care. And I said, you're exactly what's fitting in my motto right now. Is like, there's no ceiling on happiness. So you can just buy whatever you like and what makes you happy. And that's the same thing with this, while we're having this conversation anyways. But for MJF, I mean, hell, even that 2018 AEW one, I mean, there's only 150 sets of those. I'm not a big fan. I think the All In, for all the reasons that you gave it, is a great list of reasons why it's significant to the hobby. 100%. It's just, to me, it's not my go-to card. When price-wise, it might be the only card I can go and get right now if I wanted to. But it's not my go-to card when I want to say, you know what, I want to have, for me, the pure definition for myself, what I'm most happy with what I want to consider a rookie card or first appearance card kind of thing. It's going to be, for me, it's going to be the Limitless set.
Don't want to spend
that All In has 2,500 sets. There's 2,500 of those.
Oh yeah. There's no real rarity to that. It's just, a lot of times when I'm personally looking at a card, and it's just again, this is my opinion. Yeah. I'm looking at it from a cultural mainstream impact and moments in time and stories behind it, stuff like that. But also, let's close out this first card, rookie card debate with the ultimate David Peck motto: just buy them all.
Yep.
Like, if you're an MJF fan, buy them all anyway. Start a super collection. Just go for it. Like that.
100%.
That solves the problem right there. And then there's no arguing to be done.
Yeah. Unless, at that point, if you already have like all of his 2018 cards, which is, the earliest card we know of him, at that point, if you're going to argue from that point forward, you're just arguing for argument's sake.
Just because which seems what people like to do, but moving on. Best card. What do you got?
My best card that I have for me is I like the Limitless Series 3 set. I like the from 2020, I think it is. The Series 3 set. I like it because he's got the belt. It's a cool picture. I think we actually even used that picture for our featured image from the set.
Yes, I think so.
I'm still looking for the complete set for images. I have the full set image wise for Series 1. So I'll be working on that here soon, getting that cropped and edited so people can see what they look like. But I need Series 2 and Series 3s for sure. But I do love that card. It's one of my favorite cards of him.
I went with the Upper Deck AEW Magazine card number 94 and the main features number 28. A lot of people didn't like this, but when I look at this, this is like the ultimate MJF image. He's kissed the ring. He's telling you to do that right there in the image. He's got the scarf. He's got it's classic MJF. It's a basic background that is AEW. It represents their inaugural launch with Upper Deck. It's just iconic image, iconic card. Now, I sell a lot of base cards. There's a lot of people that I think are getting into it. They like MJF. They'll go buy the base cards, but the parallels and pyros and all that stuff, that's of course what I would be looking for in these. But I'm just talking about it from an image perspective, because there's a lot of times out there I will buy cards, or I'm into cards of wrestlers I like, and it's because of the image and it just looks cool. It may not be the most valuable thing in the world, but that doesn't matter all the time. So that was my pick for that.
This is why trading cards to me should be looked upon and treated like pieces of art. Yeah. Art speaks differently to everybody. So what you might deem as unattractive and unappealing, I find to be beautiful, and vice versa. So that's why these different card images, like, I'm not a big fan of action shots. So those off the top usually are not going to be something I'm going to gravitate towards. So it's got to be something really cool and unique that's an action shot that makes me kind of go, wow, I really do like this. Otherwise, I like portrait type stuff, and then also design. So it's about perspective, and it's a piece of art, man.
Absolutely. I've been saying that for a while now too, that like, you just buy things because you like them. And if it appreciates in value, awesome. Good job. If it doesn't, if it doesn't, then, you're, and I know, again, I'm getting on these tangents in this episode. I think you started it by starting this topic in general, but there's so many people out there that are just strictly looking at trading cards from like investment standpoint or like flipping standpoint. And that's fine. It takes all kinds of people to make the markets work. But
sure,
I just find myself, when I'm looking at things like that, it's less fun. It's more stressful. And I'm just like, instead of just going out and buying things I think are cool. So I just, food for thought to all the collectors and investors and whoever you are out there listening to this.
Yep.
Moving on to the worst card. Is there a worst card?
What do you got a worst card for this guy?
Upper Deck AEW card number 51.
Same set.
Look at his face.
It's disgusting, right? It's a stupid look.
He's making the dumbest face I've ever seen in my life, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what exactly is he doing? Like, did he just have an accident in his pants? Did he, what happened here? I don't know, but it's terrible.
It's a pose shot too, so it's like there's no excuse. Like, all the pictures you took from that photo session right there, that's the one you picked.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
That's on my list too, but it's tied for I picked from the 2018 AAW set, card number 14. It's just a horrible picture of him, like with his tongue going, it looks stupid. It just looks dumb. Again, I think it's the aftermath. It's what he's doing before he takes the dump. Any other one.
Bathroom talk is making it onto the podcast.
That's right. Wow.
This isn't even an after dark episode. It's
No,
turning into one though.
Yeah, we don't have any fart jokes yet. So.
Okay, this is my favorite part. I think, you know, this is one we always have some creative fun with. Card that we would create.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, it's your topic. You're leading off everything with this show today.
I want a dual autograph with a scarf relic.
Who's the second autograph?
I mean, well, that's what I mean. It's a dual. Yeah, they call it dual relic.
Oh,
dual
I gotcha.
slash.
Okay, I thought you meant like there was another autograph associated.
No, just something very simple like that. Like I just like to see something that has it's an autograph version. So it's a dual piece, like, you know, autograph and a relic of the scarf.
Oh, I got one to piggyback on that.
Sure.
What if you did do a dual auto on it and you had, because you've seen his autograph, it's an interesting autograph, but it's still just kind of a scribble to me.
Yep.
What if you had the MJF autograph that we all know, plus an actual signed out full name autograph?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And the only way you could get those was on like certain parallels or whatever.
Yeah, like, has he ever signed full name before?
You would think, but I've never seen any. If you guys are listening to this and you know, hit us up on social media and send us some pictures of some full name autos that MJF has done, or, you know, any kind of, I know he's done some cool inscriptions. I've seen that, but
yeah, if you anybody, if you have like that, just post it up on Twitter or wherever it's like that and share it. I'd love to see it.
All right. So mine is totally different than anything I've probably ever come up with on this show. Upper Deck has the license.
So damn basic.
no, just wait. Upper Deck has the license, right? Yep. To AEW. So we want PMGs. So I want a precious metal gem that says MJF, but all it is his giant ring.
That's it.
It's a picture of the ring, and it's a precious metal gem, so it's going to be flashy and cool and all this stuff. And then when you flip it over on the back, instead of a bio or instead of anything, there's nothing on the card other than a number or a serial number, which obviously this would be kind of a limited insert type of thing. So, you know, PMGs were numbered. Let's number these. Why not? But on the back of it, it would literally be MJF writing a response to all of the marks who think they're awesome for getting this card in the first place. Just let him write whatever he wants on it. No rules. And people be so pumped to get the card, and then they turn around and be like, oh, yeah, maybe I am a loser, you know?
Did I tell you my experience with him when I saw him out in Liverpool?
Let's hear it. We got to hear it. Let's go.
Oh, he was in full character, man. He was in full character and making me laugh. I mean, someone came up in a wheelchair, you know, to take a pro photo up on. They just called him Wheels. What's up, Wheels? You know, and just somebody else wanted to wear a hat. It's like that. He kept taking the hat off and throwing it to the side. He picked it back up, throwing it to the side, take it back up, throwing it to the side. He wouldn't look at anybody in the face. If he did, he would like just kind of look at you like in disgust. I think he lasted 6-7 people in the pro photo ops before he got tired of standing and just grabbed himself a chair, made you stand and him sit.
That's awesome. Like, I wish we had more wrestlers like him, just living the gimmick all the time.
He was so insulting to people. He finally got up and left on Saturday after his session was over, and he was 2 tables over from us when I was there with Kurt. And he just starts yelling at people, goes, you know, he was done. He goes, I'm never coming back for this godforsaken country. You people suck, like that. And he comes over to Kurt's table because he has to walk by our table to go back to the green room and goes, Kurt, why are you even here? You're an Olympic gold medalist, for Christ's sake. You don't need to be here with these people. It was
That's great. So great.
And then Kurt was somewhat familiar with who he is, but wasn't like, he's kind of like, what just happened? He was kind of like, he had no idea what just happened. It was great.
That's so awesome. Okay, so last part, thoughts on MJF cards going forward. And again, this is good timing for talking
to the moon,
this.
Baby. To the moon. Okay, we could be, this guy could be somebody, well, I mean, his prices have already gone skyrocket compared to what they were 6 months ago.
Well, in the past week, we've seen people like fiending for his cards now.
Absolutely. I mean, people are, you see, like, you know, I sold a whole bunch of singles. I've seen people posting stuff on social media with a full on, you know, spread of like the same, you know, base card of like 50 of them. And they're like, you know, I'm just stocking up, man. This guy, I mean, and I agree with people. This guy's trajectory is just skyrocketing, man. And the question is going to be all about whether or not he can maintain that type of level for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, however long he wants to, if he's going to do it at all. I'm hearing, reading rumors like everybody else on dirt sheets and stuff about how he wants to do movies now and doesn't want to do wrestling maybe, or who knows? I mean, that's good for business too. That makes his limited runs of cards even more limited because no more's coming out because he's quit wrestling and became a big movie actor or something. We don't know. The sky is the limit for this guy.
I agree. And one thing that I think is even more like validating of the sky's the limit is we've already seen the popularity of this guy building for 2 and 3 years. Like it's just now, it was that promo that just set it off. And my kind of thought is if a promo like that was able to like put his trajectory in the hobby where it is now and make people talk and make people throw down that money to go out and get the rare cards, what's it going to do if, 2 years from now, he cuts another 1 or 2 promos or has this like outstanding match or a huge.
It continues to keep having good promos. I mean, I don't watch the product. I review and see things like every other sport. I treat it like Sports Center, and I catch these highlights of him just like that. And I haven't heard him really have bad promos. No. He has great ones and good ones and great ones. And people like to equate this latest promo he just did as like, oh, it's his pipe bomb. It's his Punk moment. This, that. I think people forget. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that at all. I think that promo should be compared to, and we'll know in a year or two, it's like that. It should be compared to Austin's 316 promo.
Good call. Yeah.
That's the part. That's where Austin took and just already, he was growing and growing and growing and became this anti-hero. And then all of a sudden that, Austin 316 said, I just whooped your ass. That skyrocketed right there.
Yep.
Can he, ride this off into the sky like Austin did? That's what remains to be seen.
And can you imagine if, he's already signing stuff, you just said, even though begrudgingly he's signing stuff, and he's already got a fan base, which, typically the old school way of doing things is nobody likes the heels. But, Steve Austin was able to make that turn and become that true everyman's anti-hero. And while MJF may not do that, could you imagine like if for some reason they get him roped into a storyline where they can get people invested and he turns? Like we almost had it when he did that thing with CM Punk and then he turned on Punk again after, and like seeing how people reacted to that and seeing how people are now reacting to his cards. I 100% agree. Like if
he was getting the boos. I mean, he was definitely getting the boos from people. And like everybody was saying he's the best heel in the business right now. And so that may be true. But can you, at the end of that promo the other night, people were chanting his name.
Yep.
So has he turned? He's the new anti-hero now. We all love that can tell off our boss, do this. And in this era where we can take advantage of social media, we can take advantage of all these different things that weren't around in 96, 97, 98. We'll see. So I think that from a trading card perspective, so we're getting off topic a lot with going a different direction with him, but from a trading card perspective, I don't think there's you can't do any wrong with anything you want to buy of his, anything. Buy up all the base of Upper Deck stuff. Buy all the main events, which are cheap to get. Buy all of it because Upper Deck printed plenty of it. There's a lot of it out there, and it's affordable to buy right now, and I think it's just going to go up.
And once again, I want to point out, we've mentioned this before about how awesome it is to see the wrestling card hobby kind of going with the trajectories of actual wrestling and what's happening in the actual business and how that affects pricing and popularity and who wants what. It's very exciting for me. But me and you both, last year we said 2022 is going to be the biggest year of wrestling cards we've ever seen, and it has not let down. Another prime example right there. So
yep. And we've just finally reached halfway through the year finally.
I feel like we've been doing this for 2 years just in 2022. It's nuts how this has worked. But another great show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And hopefully, again, everybody can have their opinions. And if you like to bicker with other people just for fun, I guess that's, your own hobby perspective. But I don't like to waste my time arguing with people. I'll just say I'm right, or I'll just say I'm wrong, or whatever. I don't care. And I move on and I go do something fun, like, sort my collections, buy stuff, sell stuff, and actually enjoy the hobby for what it is, create content, etc. I don't have time for this nonsense. So.
Well, speaking of that content, I'm going to go ahead and do the closing out of this one since it's my subject, like that. And You let people know where they can find you, sir.
We 100% should have branded this a WTC show since it was your topic. But
no. This is a perfect. This is your card. That's a total Worlds Collide thing.
Wrestling with Cards on YouTube, that's the main hub. I am slowly kind of sort of bringing back the Wrestling with Cards podcast occasionally. You can find that on all popular podcast platforms. Can't talk. Please subscribe to YouTube and the Wrestling with Cards podcast as well. On social media at Zhan Morning, pretty much everywhere.
Check out the guy's eBay store, by the way. It's growing. It seems almost on a weekly basis.
Yep. Plenty of MJF singles in there for like $1 to $2 shipped. So
pick them up, guys. Pick them up. For me, everything's on WrestlingTradingCards.com. It's at the bottom of every page of our site, of all of our social media platforms that we like to go and play around with. It's all there. WTC's got its own channel too. You can go ahead and subscribe to that as well. More great content there. And I got Top Rope Con. That's coming. That's coming up September 16th and 17th in Tampa, Florida.
AKA the Wrestling Card National, just saying.
We're hoping to one day. I'd love for it to be equated to that someday. It'd be awesome. Will be. But we can't do it without you guys, man. So if you guys want to come in there, vendor spaces are still available. It's super duper cheap right now. I think we're like $150 for a table space like that. It doesn't include the table and chairs. You get that with the decorator. Some people bring their own stuff. You can set it up with the decorator. We don't have to worry about that stuff. But $150 for both days, man. For both days. You get cheap. 2 days. Vendors, encourage it. Come check us out. Meet a lot of talent, a lot of like-minded people who are into wrestling stuff, whether it be trading cards, figures, whatever. So you can go to topropecon.com or topropewrestlingcon.com. They both direct you to the same page. Whatever is easiest for you, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So
links to everything we've talked about will be in the show notes of this. So it's really easy. Just, if you're whatever you're listening to this on, go to the show notes, and we've got links to all of Tony's stuff, all of my stuff, and anything else we've got going on. So
it's just like, subscribe, review, leave a review. It's all important to us, man. It really is important to us. Lets us know that, one, you care about the stuff we're putting out. Two, you're listening every week, obviously. So that's great. And three, hopefully you're getting educated like that. It'd be just nice to say, hey, thanks for that tip, man. Boom, hit that like button, that subscribe button. It helps out. And if you would like to hear a separate topic discussed, we have gotten a lot of feedback about This Is Your Card and who you guys want to see. If you listen to past episodes, I've talked about how, hey, this was a request. We got this. Share us on social media. Let us know what you think, and let us know what you want to hear, any topics, whatever. Just reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you out and get those topics and put them down on the list for a future show. And until that future show comes about, keep listening, keep collecting, keep having fun. That's what the hobby's all about. Stop bickering with each other on social media and just go buy wrestling cards. We'll see you. Love it.